Okay, moving on then. Well done to anyone who has spotted that my background has in fact changed. I have had to record this video in 2 parts. So let's keep going then. On the side, we've got some clocks, and these clocks are showing us some different times. But what we need to do is write down what time is being shown. So I can see that this big blue minute hand is pointing directly to the right over the 3, and that means that it is a quarter of the way past the hour. So it is a quarter past. And which hour has it gone past? It's gone past the 9. So we would say that it is quarter past 9. Super duper. Let's have a look at that next one then. So the next one has the big blue minute hand pointing directly to the left, straight over that 9. And we can see that it is a quarter away from the next o'clock. So it is a quarter to. Which hour is our red hand going to? It's going to 12. So it is quarter to 12. Quarter to 12. Why don't you pause the video and have a go at working out the last 2 by yourself? Great, well done if you've had some time to do that. Let's have a look. So on this clock here, we can see that the big hand is pointing directly to the right over that 3. So we can see that it is on the past side. So it is a quarter past. And which hour has it gone past? It's gone past 2. So we would say that it is quarter past 2. Oopsie daisy. And the next one, we can see that the minute hand is pointing directly to the left over the 9. And we can see that it is only a quarter of the clock away from that next o'clock. So it's on the minutes to side. So we say it's a quarter to. And which hour is it going to? Well, we can see that it's on its way to 3. So we can see quarter to 3. Keep doing that. Quarter to 3. Well done if you've got those right. Okay, this time it's a little bit different. We've got some times written next to the clock, but we have to draw the hands on the clock to show these times. So quarter past 7. So remember, all of these say quarter past or quarter to. And just think, when we split our clock into quarters, so when we go down, we're splitting it in half, and then we're splitting it in half again. We're going over the 3 and the 9. So that's where our minute hands are going to be for the quarter past or the quarter to. So let's have a look. We've got the minute hand, that's the big hand. So the big hand is at quarter past. So quarter past means that it's pointing to the right over the 3. There you go. So quarter past, there we go. And what has it gone past? It's past the 7. So now our small hand will be past the 7. So it's pointing just a little bit past the 7. Our next one then, quarter to. So quarter to means that our big minute hand is pointing over the 9. So I'm going to show that it is quarter to, and it's going to the 5. So that means it's not at 5 yet. Our hand is going to the 5. So it should just be a little bit before that 5. Right, how about pausing the video and seeing if you can either point to where you think the hands are going to go, explain it to somebody who's in the room, or maybe you can draw it on a sheet of paper. Okay, great. Hopefully you've had some time to do that. Let's go through the answers. So we can see here it is quarter to. So that phrase, quarter to, tells us that the minute hand is pointing to the 9. Fantastic. because at this point it is a quarter of the way to the next hour. So where is our hour hand going to go then? Well, it's going to the 3. That means it's not there yet, it's going to it. So it's going to point a little bit before the 3. Great, let's have a look at the next one. Well, that phrase quarter past tells us that the minute hand is pointing a quarter of the way past 3. A quarter of the way past the hour, which means that it's pointing at that 3. Great, so now let's look at the hour hand. It is going past 11. So we need to point our hour hand a little bit past 11. Great, well done if you got those right. And the last thing before I introduce you to your individual task, true or false. So this clock, somebody thinks this clock is showing a quarter past 8. Why don't you have a go at pausing the video and seeing if you can work out whether this is true or false and explain your reasoning as to why. Lovely, hopefully you've had some time to do that. If not, just keep the video paused a little bit longer. If you're ready, let's go through some of my ideas. So quarter past 8. Well, we know that this phrase here, quarter past, means that our minute hand should be a quarter of the way past the hour. So here it's on the hour. By moving to here, it has gone a quarter of the way round the clock, so it should be pointing over the 3. So yeah, that is correct. So that means then that the hour hand must be past the 8. Has our hour hand gone past 8 yet? No, it hasn't. So our hour hand is in the wrong place for this time. So actually the hour hand has gone past the 7. It's not yet been 8 o'clock. So we can say that we know it is false because the hour hand has not gone past the 8th hour. Therefore, the time is quarter past 7. Well done if you got that right. Oh, and one more thing that even I forgot about, spot the difference then. So again, have a go at pausing the video and seeing if you can explain which clock shows quarter to 12. So which clock shows quarter to 12? Okay, hopefully you've had some time to discuss your ideas. Let's have a look then. So again, that phrase quarter to tells you that the minute hand is a quarter of the way from the next hour. It's going to the o'clock. So we can see here that the minute hand is pointing at the o'clock. It's not a quarter to it, so that is in the wrong place. Whereas here, the minute hand is pointing straight over the 9. It is a quarter of the way to the next hour. So here, that is correct. Let's just double check that it is actually going to the 12. That means it should be a little bit before the 12. Yes, it is. So I know that this clock shows quarter to 12 because the minute hand is pointing over the 9 and the hour hand is pointing just before the 12. Lovely. Okay, now it really is your time to have a turn. Following the same structure as yesterday, you have got the circle sheet, which is where you need to match the clock face to the written time. All of them are quarter past or quarter to the hour. The semicircle sheet, you've got some clock faces and you need to physically write the time down that those clocks are showing. Again, all quarter past and quarter to. Triangle sheet. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky because you've got the time written here and you need to draw the arrows on the clock face. Once again, if you've got a clock at home, it might be that you take the batteries out of that clock and instead of drawing the hands on, you physically move the clock arrows to the time that it says here next to it and just take a picture of that. That's absolutely fine. The square sheet is a spot the difference activity like we did at the end of the flip chart. So again, 2 clocks there, clock A and clock B. Which clock shows quarter past 12? So you just need to have a look at the clocks and use this sentence starter. I know that clock A or B shows 12:15 because, and explain why the hands are right on that particular clock. And again, the pentagon question is a true or false. So this clock shows 2:45. I know it is true, or I know it is false because. Fantastic work, everyone. I know that time can be tricky, but I hope you're all doing a really good job with it. And I'm really excited to see the work that you send in. Only a few more days and we'll be back together in school. See you soon, everyone. Bye.